1,200 holy priests, 100 flaming receptacles, in which 4,000 kilograms of clarified butter and tons of food grains are poured as offerings. 80 hours of continuous chanting of mantras and holy scriptures, to invoke the numerous gods of the Hindu Pantheon, to pray for world peace, at the most auspicious time according to the Hindu almanack. The planet Jupiter has entered Aquarius. The Sun has entered Aries. And as it has been done from time immemorial, every 12 years when this stellar configuration takes place, here in Allahabad, here on the banks of the confluence of the three rivers, the Ganges, the Yamuna and the mythical Saraswati, hundreds of thousands will begin to congregate, to take a dip in the holy waters of this confluence, a dip which they see as their ticket to spiritual salvation, to begin the most stunning pilgrimage of modern-day humanity, the Mahakumbh. These rural women are stepping out of their village for the first time. This will be their first train ride. Their destination? Kumbh Mela at Allahabad. Driven by the same faith, traveling in the same compartment are these middle-class urban families. 5-year-old Ronita Bose is not bothered about the class tests next week. Right now, she's looking forward to taking 10 dips in the cold water. Faith bridges the generation gaps. Like her parents, this young student of advertising wants to wash away her sins in the river. Is it her own belief or the peer pressure that takes her to the Kumbh? 50-50. Thousands of trains, the world's largest railway network, state-of-the-art technology. The payload are devotees who believe in a tradition that is as old as the world itself. Modernity and tradition traveling side by side. In this coexistence lies the essence of Indian culture. The Mahakumbh happens to be the most special. The constellations have arranged themselves into that unique formation once again, as they did 144 years ago. That it is special is evident in the numbers. By the end of the Mahakumbh, 30 million devotees will have come to Allahabad. For this most awesome display of faith and fervor, the ordinary folk come to the riverbank on foot. But the sadhus come in style. These saffron-clad holy men turn this congregation of simple faith into a grand spectacle. Their processions take the fair to mythic heights. The whole idea of the Kumbh Mela stems from a mythic tale. Gods and demons joined hands to churn the primal ocean. From the depths of the ocean sprung out the Kumbh, a pot filled with amrit, the nectar of immortality. Then started a scramble between gods and demons to possess the amrit. Gods handed over the kumbh to Garuda, the giant-sized bird. He would fly the amrit to safety in heaven. Named after Kumbh, the pitcher which held the amrit, a tradition of celebrating the symbolic churning began in the Vedic times. It is celebrated every 12 years because it took Garuda that much time to reach heaven. For those who believe, the myth becomes a reality on every kumbh. The waters of the sacred rivers transform into the divine nectar. And for the faithful, a dip in this elixir means salvation. This is no ordinary dip. It is an elaborate ritual. Necessary ingredients have to be bought, which goes with some necessary haggling. Mrs. Bose has no faith in the bottle vendor. But she is certain that one dip in the waters of the Ganges will earn her moksha, salvation from the cycle of rebirth. It is not just a quick bath. The Ganges has to be worshipped. She is a married woman. Vermilion, blessed by her touch, will ensure prosperity. Having shed the load of the sins, a bonding develops between the goddess and the devotee. And they bottle her up into neat plastic for the next 12 years, when her waters will once again become amrit. The kumbh represents a historical continuity for a civilization that traces its origin to the rivers, that considers them as sacred, as places of pilgrimage, as givers of life, as bridges between the mortal humans and the eternal divine. The other bridge to the gods is the sadhu. Ascetics who have renounced all the worldly belongings. In the case of the Nagha sadhus, even the clothes. They belong to a special sect among holy men that was created to protect Hinduism. They are considered the warrior saints. Their entire lifestyle is designed such that they conquer the elements. And hashish smoking certainly helps. In a country with stringent narcotic laws, millions of sadhus are given social and legal sanction to get high on hashish that is considered a boon from Lord Shiva, the god who destroys evil. These holy men come from India's vast rural backyards, cities, dense forests, and remote ice-bound heights of the Himalayas. At the kumbh, they set up tents where devotees, spectators, and media men come to see them. Camera-friendly and bite-ready, the sadhus add a sense of circus to the world's biggest show. Sri Amar Bharati is one of those sadhus who practice severe physical austerities as a way of getting close to God. He has not lowered his arm for the last 24 years, and he is aware of the power of his sainthood. Less ferocious, but much fewer in numbers, are the sadhvis, women who have adorned the saffron robes and abandoned the material world. Maharaj Meera Kumari gave up her career as a classical dancer to live a life dedicated to God. She has given up the career, but not her love for dance and music. The sadhvis watch this impromptu performance. Ramdas the monkey is going to win a bride. The girl does not like Ramdas. This monkey play brings smiles to women with deep emotional scars. Most of them widows or victims of violence. They become sadhvis seeking a safe haven. On the surface, it may seem as anarchic, but the essence of being ascetic is self-control and discipline. This is even more evident in the Akhara system. The huge population of Hindu holy men has been structured into 13 different orders called Akharas. With a complex hierarchy, sophisticated organization skills, and lot of money at their disposal, the Akharas work towards preserving, protecting, and propagating Hindu religion. And the Kumbh is the best time to make their presence felt. Among other things, organizing Maha feasts is one way of doing just that. Far away from the carnival-like showcases of sadhus are ordinary pilgrims. They live in tents for a month. Eating simple food, strictly following celibacy, meditating, bathing in the holy waters every day. This month-long disciplined lifestyle is called Kalpavas. A semi-religious, semi-scientific concept. Its underlying principle is that such a spiritual retreat will rejuvenate not only the body, but the soul as well. Although it is prescribed for all ages, it is mainly the old who practice Kalpavas. 80-year-old Meena Devi has already attended 3 major kumbhs. This is her 4th. To help her move around, her 2 grandsons are accompanying her, in spite of their exams next month. They fondly listen to stories about her exploits in the previous kumbhs. She candidly admits that she performs Kalpavas as much for spiritual rejuvenation as for getting away from her joint family responsibilities. The family priest visits them. A bit of religious preaching with a joke thrown in. Meena Devi revels in her blend of piety and recreation. These professional priests are called pandas, short for pandit. Religious devotees may not have a family doctor, but they certainly have a family priest. Mohanlal Panda and his ancestors have been attached to India's most powerful family, the Nehru-Gandhi dynasty. There are rumors that Sonia Gandhi is going to visit Allahabad for a dip. Mohanlal is anxiously searching for old records which the Congress president may like to see. These old weather-beaten papers with complicated dates and calculations hold the horoscopes and genealogy of India's Prime Minister family, Jawaharlal Nehru, Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi. Mohanlal is full of stories about his father's close association with them. Not only did he act as a spiritual guide and genealogist, in times of political crises, he then promised that he would pray at the banks of the Ganges. For the ordinary pilgrims, Panda is the only trustworthy guide. For them, Pandas set up makeshift stalls at the riverbank. Each Panda is attached to a particular region. When the devotees arrive at Kumbh, they first seek out their Panda. In this sea of humanity, for the predominantly rural and illiterate pilgrims, only visual signifiers help. Thus the flags. Each Panda is allotted a symbol, which is printed on colorful flags. Kumbh is the most auspicious time to make offerings. Pandas help orchestrating the whole ritual, and the offerings could be in any form. Cash, clothes, food, jewelry, even cows become the priest's earning. Devotees and Pandas haggling on the amount being offered is a common sight. There is a perception that Pandas rip off gullible devotees. Mohanlal defends his community. He insists that this distortion of Pandas has been done by the rich who have become atheists. The poor don't think of their economic status when it comes to faith. It is evident that the Kumbh is largely a showcase of rural India. Driven by faith, when the simple villagers come to the Kumbh, many of them get lost in this crush of humanity. Every day, almost 10,000 people get separated from their families. Cold, panic-stricken, desolate, they reach the lost and found camp. Information about the lost ones is taken down by volunteers. Often it's a tough task. Bound by traditions, many of the women have never uttered their husbands' names. Large number of them don't even know it. With faith in God and trust in the announcers, they wait. If there's one sound that reaches out to all at the Mela, it is the lost and found announcer's voice. At the end of the day, many will be guided by this voice to their loved ones. Another kind of union is taking place in this camp. Matthew Williams is going to become a Hindu. A quick bath with water from the Ganges, vermilion smeared on his body, a series of mantras, spectators who are curious but unquestioningly welcome Matthew to their religion. Now he is to be given a new name.
The name is Matthew. The name should be with Yam. That's all. Then we will.
Mahendra is good.
Mahendra is
Matthew
good.
becomes
Okay.
Mahendra Kumar Sharma. In 2 hours, the Canadian Christian becomes a Hindu. The Kumbh means many different things to different people. Is it about piety? Or is it a carnival? Is it for renewal, trance and meditation? Or is it a Woodstock? As long as one respects the spirit of the larger spiritual event, everyone is free to give their own meaning to the Kumbh. In that sense, it is more than a confluence of the sacred rivers. It is a confluence of cultures, faiths, and philosophy from all over the world.
The Maya in Central America, big astronomer, they find exactly the number of the days and of the hour of the year because very specialized in the astronomy. And they know about their culture that the end of the world will be in 2012 in December. So exactly a little before the next Kumbh Mela. So maybe it will be the last Kumbh Mela. I don't have to forget. I came in India first time 78, and it was something that touched me really deeply in my soul and never leave me in my life. This meaning of Indian culture start from the soul, after go to the mind, and after you understand it, you have to move through the soul. Every moment you have a lot of input that come inside that you cannot realize how to take care of them or where to put them. And I think that here you just do experience, and after maybe, slowly, the experience go down and remain what is the best.
And to meet some sadhu also.
In a special place, in a special day, in a special year, some energy happen on you. I don't know if something happened, something changed, but I know that it's important to be in the same place like human being, not like myself, like Gianpietro Marcella, but like a human being.
I came India just for hippie time, But then on my stay in India, going here and there, I start to meet sadhus. Nobody, never, from the top of my hand to the smallest sadhus, no one asked me to tell me to neglect your own religion and become a Hindu. Nobody speak me in this way. They accepted me in that, in their akaras, they give me, I eat with them, they give me love, food, knowledge, everything. In India I am very okay because I have no problem. To be sadhu in my country is very hard, very, very hard. Because they don't understand our way, they don't understand long hair, they think I am one like beggar, like one who want to live without work. Western mind is different because they don't know. It's different culture.
Maha means mega. To organize the Mahakumbh, arrangements have been made at a mega scale. 80,000 tents, 150 kilometers of water supply pipelines, 15,000 street lights, 5,000 telephone connections, 20,000 toilets, 10,000 security personnel, and 7,000 sweepers. Spread over 15 square kilometers, this tent city is a management marvel. For a city that does not even go to sleep, everything has to run smoothly 24 hours. This is the first Kumbh of the millennium, of the post-technology revolution India. There may be many wise holy men around, but a pre-recorded horoscope on fancy headphones is worth its price, 3 rupees. Even in this atmosphere of rigorous spirituality, the faith-addicted devotees don't miss a date with the television avatars of favorite gods.
मैंने आप जैसा निष्ठुर देवता नहीं देखा। इतनी लंबी प्रतीक्षा और कठोर परीक्षा का कारण क्या है? क्या मैं
Which never stop flowing, Kumbh does not go to sleep. Soon it will be time to go for a dip. Till then, one more prayer. Bathing in the Ganges at any kumbh earns salvation for the devotee. But this is Mahakumbh. After 144 years, the stars have arranged themselves in a unique formation. And the most auspicious time to bathe lasts exactly 70 minutes. So short a time, millions of devotees, and barely 350-meter long stretch to accommodate them. The tradition is that the akharas of holy men will bathe first. Then the ordinary pilgrims can enter the water. It's 5:30 a.m. The temperature is 3 degrees Celsius. The water will be even colder. Niranjani Akhara is on its way to the riverbank. Mahanirvani Akhara has already been signaled to enter the water. Niranjanis wait for their turn. A signal from the seniors, and the procession resumes its march to Sangam, the point where the three rivers meet. Nagas lead the procession. The sight of the river excites them. But self-control and discipline is maintained. The senior sadhus know that many more have to bathe. In a clockwork manner, the Niranjanis vacate the ghats to make way for the spunkiest of all holy men. The 5 lakh Naga sadhus of Juna Akhara. Like the episode of the TV mythological, this Kumbh will also come to an end. But the faith in the divine is eternal. The devotees will leave, but the Ganges will flow, patiently waiting for the constellations to arrange themselves, for her waters to become Amrit, for the faithful to come back. Another 12 years till the next episode, the next Kumbh.